Hoppy Easter. Well, you know that we normally eat chocolate eggs and bunnies on Easter. You may not have known that the largest chocolate egg ever was constructed in Tosca, Italy. It was 34 feet tall and weighed over 7,200 kilograms. The custom there was to take a visit into town, see the colossal treat, walk up, take a bite, and ask, "You tried that?" You tried that. Easter. I'm Nick Nowak with the Pal Shade Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hey there.
Guys, it's Easter.
Wow. Happy Easter, everyone.
34-foot tall chocolate egg.
Yeah, tall drink of water.
Mm-hmm.
And they say you tried that in English when they go and eat it, huh?
Yeah.
Correct.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
I think it means something else in Italian. Right.
Yeah. So you're like taking a bite where someone else's mouth already was.
No, you don't
Seems
actually do
pretty
that.
high.
That was just for me to get to say you tried that.
Oh, I got it.
Ah.
Oh. So they did not, in fact, try that.
Wait, did you say it was hollow on the inside? Or no?
I didn't say because I don't know.
Okay.
Whole lot of work went into this, huh? You made up a story about it and then didn't do any research.
It was a real egg, okay? It may or may not be hollow. David Blaine may or may not be inside of it.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of magic, the Easter Bunny, he comes, but once a year.
Okay.
Gets into whoa.
Oh, shit.
Gets into your house.
Uh-huh.
The Easter Bunny's name is Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Right?
what?
We've heard this. As discussed in a previous hotline segment, just a little reminder of old Harry the Easter Bunny.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Harry the Easter Bunny. This here's my latest Easter egg design. Pretty rad, huh? Call me at 1-900-660-6666. I've got some wonderful Easter Bunny stories to tell you, a different one every day. I'll also tell you how to get a Whoppy from my special Easter Whoppy collection, and part of your $1.85 2-minute call goes to Special Olympics. So get your parents' permission and call me at 1-900-660-6666. Hoppy Easter! Harry the Easter Bunny here. Thanks for helping me help Special Olympics.
If you have time to watch that video, it's totally hilarious. It's just a bunny with its mouth moving up and down the entire time, wearing like a painter's hat.
Show that bunny respect. His name is Harry.
Right.
Now, is it true that was David Blaine making the rabbit talk
Yes, that is also
from
correct.
inside the egg?
Hey, I'm trapped inside this egg. Someone let me out. I can't breathe.
Now, if you look inside your shoe, there'll be the ace of spades.
Someone help my wubby. What is a wubby? What's he even talking about?
It's one of those, it's like you ever seen those toys that's like a cotton ball with two like sticky feet on it?
Yeah.
Googly eyes?
Oh, that's a wubby?
That's a wubby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I could make my own wubby at home. So I need the feet, I guess.
Right.
That's
They're
how
going to
they
use
get
as few cents as possible from your call. 2 cents goes to the Wubby. 3 cents goes to Special Olympics. And $10 goes straight into Harry's pocket.
3 cents goes to Special Olympics to force them to make the wubbies for them. It's just a wubby sweatshop.
Press 6 for instructions on how to cram as many of these wubbies up your ass as possible.
Wow. Why? You want to be a wubby smuggler?
It's legal for me to make these kids work as long as it's across the border.
I said, get back to work, wubby. Anywho.
All right, the first event in the Special Olympics is cutting out the googly eyes. Get started. Crack.
Just remember, we know where your parents live. What?
Okay, Geiger.
Yeah.
A Florida man did something.
Yeah, you sure did.
Was
So
it Easter
Florida-
related?
No. I was like, how did I connect this? And I decided I could not. Florida men are wanting to do dumb shit, right? Apparently around December of 2021, so super topical, Florida authorities said they found cocaine and methamphetamine wrapped around a man's penis during a traffic stop, but the man denied the drugs were his. They stopped the vehicle without its lights on at 4 a.m. He was arrested on charges of DUI and marijuana possession. They found a gun under the passenger seat and discovered the drugs while searching the passenger. So they must have grabbed his dick. The man said,
as one does.
Right. Well, I frisk him, I guess.
You said traffic stop.
Hey, your lights are off. Show me your penis. The man said the drugs were not his, but did not say who the drugs belonged to, according to the arrest report. So, how do we feel about this guy who got wrongfully railroaded?
Yeah.
It sounds he told the cops they weren't his. They just didn't believe him.
Mm-hmm.
You got a broken tail, White. You know the drill.
Let's see your schlong. Why is the Harry the Rabbit now a police officer? Detective Bunny on the scene.
Drug sniffing rabbit.
Quest 2 to receive a visit from a man with wubbies wrapped around his penis.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, who wants to ingest drugs that are wrapped around a guy's cock and balls? Although I guess
I'd rather have that than shoved up your ass or like some.
Yeah,
they're probably in a bag. I mean, you know.
I guess that like the meth head's probably not going to be like, "How did you procure this?" Like, there's just like just shove it into my veins.
Was this in sterile containers throughout transport?
I want to see the chain of custody. Do you remember that one season of True Detective where the Easter Bunny was played the Woody Harrelson role? Time is a flat circle. He like shot two guys and covered it up. It's pretty shitty. Mm-hmm. So, do you guys think that sounds true or no? Or do you think that guy's lying?
Does it sound true?
Yeah.
Who's lying? The reporter?
No, the guy that said the drugs weren't his.
The reporter. We gotta fill a paper or something. Say they wrapped drugs around a guy's dick.
I've got no
doesn't
news.
matter.
Fake news, Geiger. That's fake news.
Guys, do you think this was journalistically ethical? That's what I meant. I don't know. Say it's cocaine. I don't know. Can you wrap that around your dick? I don't know. I'm not the fucking expert, Lenny.
How do people smuggle drugs? I don't fucking know. Around their dicks. Just write it.
What was your source? Don't fucking worry about it. Put it in the goddamn newspaper. Front page.
Is that how you, or wait, which paper did you technically report for?
I wrote for the something or other. I don't remember. The Heartland Press, I think. The Heartland Gazette. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wrote about like they're regrading a bridge embankment or some shit. I didn't write. I wasn't.
Is that a real story? Like, can you remember a single real story?
Like most of them were tiny little snippets. Like it was, I would cover the town and council meetings. It would be like, they're currently evaluating a proposal to rebank the town bridge or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it would be like these tiny little blurbs. And then I did a couple bigger stories. One was like I talked about the firefighter story where I had to be a firefighter. Another one was about they were gathering gifts and donations for the fire department. So I interviewed some firefighters. They weren't all fire related, I promise.
Did you try to like throw in like, because you wanted to be a writer, like throw in like fancy literary terms like to regrade or not to regrade?
Yes. To try to make it a newspaper reporter, I repurposed Shakespeare quotes. Poor Dave. I knew him once from the fire department. I once wrote this story about the chief of police in Hartford wrapping marijuana pipe around his dick. No, I definitely wrote another feature story, and I literally cannot remember what it was about. So I remember the interview taking for fucking ever and being really annoyed. I'm like, I'm getting paid like a nickel per square inch of like newspaper copy. Stop interviewing me for 4 fucking hours. Like the guy was like, okay, hypothetical. Let's say the mayor comes in and says, I've got a big scoop, but you can't use it. and then tells you some dirty details. What do? I'm like, in Heartland, Wisconsin? What the fuck is the... I've got crystal meth trapped in my anus right now. I'm not. He told me not to use it. I was like, I guess I'd ask you because you're the editor, but then you're sharing the information. I'm like, so then I don't?
What did he want you to say?
I had no idea. All he did, I go, I guess I would check with you and get your lead. And he would go, but then you're telling me. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's true. And he'd go, interesting. And then that's all. He hired me, so I don't know if that was the right answer or not. But
Tell me what the fuck you want me to say.
God damn it.
Give me this goddamn job.
It's like, who the fuck else is covering these fucking local county meetings? Find another guy to talk about the regrading the fucking school pavement.
Let's see. Question 1. Do you got a pulse? All right, that checks out. Can you spell regrade?
Yeah. Well, and I would have to ask a lot of questions after. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And then I remember the regrade. I remember the embankment one specifically because they're like, you should check it out. You should check out the bridge. And I'm like, to look at the grading? Like, yeah, looks like it needs work. I don't fucking know. And so
pretty good bridge. Pretty good.
So I swung by that bridge, but it was like pitch black out and there was no lights. So I'm just like driving real slow. And out of nowhere, a deer almost hit my car. So that's why I remember checking out the bridge because there was almost a brand new story of Geiger paves the fucking bridge with deer carcass.
As you slid down the embankment, avoiding the deer.
Yeah.
This needs regrading.
This needs regrading. and then I pulled out the ketamine I had wrapped around my ball sack and I started doing some.
Yeah, it feels like first question should be like, come up with a good pun for drugs wrapped around your penis. Cocaine? I don't know.
He's a headline writer. Use it.
We're going to press in half an hour. I come out and tell you to make up a story. Go. I don't know. Drugs around a dick?
You're hired.
Dick. Some Florida man?
That's gold.
This man's the one.
Nick, get over here. We did such big numbers on your first article. You got any more, I don't know, drugs wrapped around dick stories? Make it like a different dick this time. Okay.
Someone else's dick and a slightly different drug. All right.
Run through the entire city council, one person at a time.
George Watson recently had Sudafed strapped to his massive wang. Look, George, I said your dick was big, okay? You're going to get in the paper one way or the other.
You had an entire 8-ball weighing down your balls.
And then, unfortunately, I had no job left because the entire city council was behind bars for drug smuggling. He put them all away. Yeah, no, I do. I think I also covered there was some big referendum, and that one got heated. There were like people. It was one of those where people come to the meeting, the citizens, they like yell at the people. It was like some business that wanted to build some shit. I don't remember what it was. I was
Geiger,
really
your referendum story was all right, but next time put more LSD tape to taints in, will you?
Bag of heroin falls out of pant leg at local count meeting. God damn it, I had it wrapped around my dick. Yeah, I figured. Written it down.
The Little League team won the regional championship this week. And Coach Smith had LSD wrapped around his wang. Every story.
Every story ends with, as per usual, Phil Jenkins had marijuana tied to his short and curlies.
45 degrees and sunny today. Meth on my balls.
Okay. Let's see.
I did do this one where I had to pretend to be a firefighter. And the hardest part of being a firefighter, I didn't realize this part, you have to like strap a whole kilo of coke to your dick before you go into the fire. It's like, that's why they have such big suits. You have to cover up your dick drugs.
It's key protection.
All right, let's eat some snacks. 3 snacks, 5-point scale. Love that, like that, different to dat, dislike dat, and hate dat. I'll start with the Whoppers Robin Eggs.
Yeah.
This is the Whoppers Robin Egg Minis. I do like Whoppers in general. Whoppers are a good snack, but these are different in that they are coated with like a harder shell.
Counterpoint, Whoppers suck. I don't like the crunchy part in the middle, and I never have.
You don't like malted milk?
But maybe these will be different. Yeah.
Can't remember the last time I had a Whopper.
Actually, every now and then if I go to like a chocolate shop, like where they're hand making the chocolates, I'll get the like Whopper version they make there, just like malted milk and chocolate. And those are pretty good too.
Last Whopper I had was at Burger King. Am I right?
Yeah, you were right.
I am right.
Was it a Beyond Whopper?
If the last Whopper you had at Burger King is the last one you had, then you are right.
And the last Whopper I had at Burger King was when we tried it on the podcast like 5 years ago.
Check the archives.
I don't get Whoppers a lot. I see them around Halloween usually. They'll come in like the little pack of 3.
I feel like these robin eggs are the ones I've typically had because I would like, get them as like Easter candy growing up because I never pick them out on my own. They almost taste like hot chocolatey to you, like almost like cocoa-y and not chocolatey, or maybe I just drink coffee at the same time.
Greg, you're up first. What do you think of them?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of gave it away a little bit. I've never been a big fan of malted milk balls. These are fine. I like the chocolate actually tastes kind of good. I like them a little better than I thought I would. I like the littler ones better though, because I think the thing I don't like is the malted milk in the middle. It's got a weird crunch to it. Mm-hmm. There's something about the taste I've never really enjoyed. So I'll give these an indifferent. They're not horrible, but I really would prefer not to have them.
Jed?
These are interesting. I like the candy shell. I like the crunch, the consistency. But after I ate a few of them, it just kind of built up. Like the flavor buildup wasn't as pleasant as I liked. And I don't really think I like the aftertaste all that much. I think I'm right there with Geiger, just an indifferent to that for me too.
These are specifically worse than a regular Whopper in multiple ways. I think that being smaller is worse. I think the regular Whopper has like a much thicker layer of chocolate that I like, and I don't like the addition of the candy shell. I think there's no way I would get these over a regular Whopper, but they're not terrible. We're gonna have a lazy electioneer, 3 indifference. You can take it or leave it with these Whoppers Robin Eggs. Next, let's go to the one snack that is not Eastery. We tried to align on a third snack and couldn't, but this particular Thin Mint, Zachary Orange Thin Mints. This came from our buddy Chemnitz.
Thanks, Chemnitz.
Thanks, buddy.
I think you picked these up in Texas.
Maybe I'll save my thank you until after I try it.
This is like a... It looks like a Thin Mint size on the outside. They're called Thin Mints, but it's about maybe 3/4 the size of a Thin Mint cookie, but looks flat like that. And in the middle is like the creamy mint. It's almost like a generic York peppermint patty if the inside was orange cream.
Yeah, I thought there would be a little layer of cookie or something.
I was expecting a crunch because they're called Thin Mints, but they're soft all the way through. They are very minty.
Are they?
Got a little orange zest almost to it.
Chad, you're going to be first. You're historically not a mint person, but what do you think of these guys?
Oh, boy. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to stop thinking about it. That's...
Were you going to do something else while you were thinking about it?
I mean, I was going to say, press 4 to find out what drugs are wrapped around my rabbit dick. That's what I was going to say. So anyways, now that I got that out of my system.
Okay. Good callback.
This is not for me. I don't like mint in candy. I've said that before. Maybe you guys don't think the mint is all that strong. I guess it's not, but that's pretty much all I taste. Like, I don't really taste the chocolate. It's not blowing out my sinuses like mint sometimes does. So that's fine. But I don't think this is a very pleasant flavor. I ate one. I'm not going to eat any more. It's a dislike that.
If this was I don't find it minty. Like the orange is kind of cutting into like half of the like cooling mint that would normally be left in your mouth from like a York. If this was a regular mint flavor, I think I would give it a like that. But it's not. And if it was a higher quality version of it, I could also give it a like that, like a higher quality version of this orange.
Right.
And it's like this like Zachary flavor, I think is just tastes super generic. So as it is, it's not terrible. I'm munching on them a little bit, but there's so many other mint snacks I would take over this. Coming from a person who does really like York peppermint patties, this is not for me. I'm going to give it an indifferent to that. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you. I love mint. I love York peppermint patty is one of my favorite candies. It's like super refreshing. I love mint and chocolate. Like mint and chocolate is almost right there with chocolate and peanut butter for me as a combo. Having said that, the orange flavor is almost like bitter. It's like almost like you're getting like essence of orange or orange peel flavor, not orange,
Right.
if that makes sense. And so that I don't love. I wish this was just, I kept eating these wishing it was just a junior mint or a York peppermint patty. So I'm probably going to double up. I will give this an indifferent to that as well.
All right. 2 indifferents, a dislike. The Robin's Egg still in the lead and waiting in the wings. Reese's Egg waiting there, which probably will be pretty good. We already know Chad's feelings on these, so we'll see.
You ever hear that old story of like Larry Bird walking into the All-Star locker room at the 3-point contest and go, which one of y'all motherfuckers are coming in second? That's the Reese's Egg right now. Just goes strolling around with its towel off, showing its big old wang.
All right. Now it's time for the segment.
Was that a throwback to, was it Jack Frost? Now it is time for the killing. All right. That's some joke no one will get but us. Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely a throwback to Jack Frost.
I picked up on it. Good job, Novak.
All cops are buttholes. Now show me a butthole.
Whoa.
Easter Bunny's a cop, you remember?
We are going to do an old segment. Has nothing to do with Easter. Sorry if you were looking for an Easter-based segment. We're going to go dive back into Yelp. So we did this one other time. So this is Yelp or Help. Again, to remind you, Yelp essentially means you're not going to go to the restaurant, whether this is a positive or negative review. And Help means it helps make you decide that you're going to go to the restaurant. Okay? Yep.
Okay.
I'm not backing off.
Yelp means I'm not going.
Correct. Because in most of these, the Yelp reviews are negative.
I'm trusting
so Yelp
the Yelp
means you
review.
you side with the Yelper.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Now.
No, this is good. I like this.
Okay. Great. So the first one is a review for a Wendy's.
5 Yelps.
It is a 5-star review, so this is one of the few ones that is positive. So we're going to start off nice. It's
for
called
Wendy's. Okay.
Yes,
people review fucking Wendy's and McDonald's.
This is entitled Wendy's Son with a big bunch of big O's and N's. Ready? This place is ballin', yo. Chicken nuggets be crispy like you never seen. I tasted one and I was like, what? Are you serious, Wendy? Mean girls working the fryers, though. This one chick wouldn't even let me holla. I was like, please, you ugly anyway. So, Novak will let you start. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to analyze this. So, do you think this would make you want to go to this Wendy's or not? They do have crispy-ass chicken nuggets, it sounds like.
I do. You know what? I like the Wendy's chicken nugget more than the other fast food chicken nuggets. I think it is the best chicken nugget by far. So I think that guy nailed that on the head. And I think if the fry cook is not letting you holler at them, right, then I don't want to be there. Or then I need to know that before I go in, right?
Right.
So it's good information to have.
Yeah.
Good intel.
Good
Do you
information.
normally hit on the fry cooks? Like, regardless of who they are?
Normally, I don't. Right. Yeah, I just...
Just sight
I
unseen.
Yeah, even from the drive-through or whatever, just like, you in there, girl? Just
That's a great pickup line. Are you in there, girl? Do you exist? I'm gonna holler at you.
So I'm gonna say Yelp for this one.
Okay, Chad.
Wait, Yelp means you're
Yelp
not
means
going
you're gonna go to the restaurant. No,
Oh.
Yelp does. Yeah, technically, Yelp does mean you're not going to go to the restaurant.
Oh,
But in this case, because it's positive,
I thought it was Yelp if I'm agreeing with the Yelp.
That's fine. This one's positive, so we'll go Yelp.
Okay.
Is good for this one.
I like
Okay,
this Yelp
right.
review.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is a tough rating to give because I like this Yelp review.
Mm-hmm.
However, so this was let's just say this was an uphill battle for this Yelp review, anyways, because I'm not going to Wendy's. Period. You know, I'm not a fast food guy. Don't eat a lot of it. Haven't had Wendy's in a couple years.
Yeah, you're better than us. Go ahead.
Yes,
We
I
get
am.
it,
I'm a better
Mhm.
human than all the rest of you.
You lead a charmed life.
But
As I see, you've been already taped this fucking Reese's egg under your nose for the entire episode.
look, how else can I keep this fine physique by not eating fast food? I don't put that poison in my body. That's why I'm sculpted from bronze. But
A brown's god indeed.
but anyway, so the problem is I'm definitely not going to a restaurant that doesn't have a hot fry cook. I mean, she wouldn't holler at him, but she wasn't hot to begin with. So I'm not going to this restaurant no matter what. So help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job. All right, now we're gonna. I have one more positive one. We're gonna make it easier for you guys to remember if we just do that one next, and then we'll go on to the negative.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next positive one. The only other positive one. All right. I don't know what this is for. It cut that out, but it is a 5-star review of something. All right, here we go. When I found out they had fired Rachel, I just had to start going back here again, which I will do every chance I get. Anyone who is smart enough to fire Rachel most definitely deserves my money. My prior experiences there were ruined by Rachel, but now that she's gone, I think I'm going to be bringing my very large family here for all major holidays. I'm not sure if they cater, but I'm going to remember that my employer checked it out. Hope the door didn't hit Rachel on the way out. So, guys, Rachel's no longer there. She was ruining it for everybody. Mm-hmm. So, again, this is another positive one. So, Yelp would be a good thing here. Chad, you're up.
Nobody likes that bitch, Rachel. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever met a Rachel that I liked.
Oh, hot take.
If I don't think I've ever met a Rachel, is the other part of that sentence, but yeah, I mean, this guy sounds like he had an axe to grind. Mm-hmm. I don't really like people that carry grudges. So I don't want to go to this restaurant when especially he's bringing his big ass family. You know, I hate when there's like big families at restaurants. That always ruins the experience.
That's pretty terrible, right? Yeah. I hate seeing families together.
Big families. Like a 20-person family is just like monopolizing all the wait staff.
Yeah.
Fucking how many person family?
He said big.
20? I don't know. He said just my very large family. So I don't know what that
means. That means 20 plus. So so this is a help.
My entire extended family. Okay, so Rachel, God, I gotta know. I wish I know what Rachel did.
Oh,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, you can only imagine. Sounds pretty terrible.
And there's no way that if this guy had known that firing Rachel would get him so much business, he probably would have fired her sooner.
Tuesday special. Watch me fire Rachel. Come on down. Drinks for sale.
I'm going to hire her back on Wednesday and fire her again on Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
Put Rachel in a dunk tank in the parking lot. It's cool.
But yeah, it seems like a odd reason to go back to the restaurant. I'm going to say help for this one.
My favorite line was always, anyone who's smart enough to fire Rachel deserves all my money. Like, just,
yeah, I guess so.
Take my money, this dumb
the
bitch.
Food is shit, but they fired Rachel. So.
I mean, they hired her to begin with. So.
That is also true. Maybe Rachel was like the boss's daughter or something. Okay.
That was probably it.
Pure speculation. Yeah.
Anyone who's smart enough to fire their own daughter.
Children at my behest.
I'm going to bring my family in to show them what a real family unit is.
All right. This one is for a Walmart Supercenter. It's a 1-star review. So now these are bad. This is a bad one. Well, he didn't like the place. I shouldn't say it's bad.
So 1 star is bad.
It's wonderful. Yeah. Exceptional special escort service for perfumes.
Ooh.
One associate comes out to take my choice of perfume from glass cabinet that is locked and tells me she will escort me to cashier because I have to pay first for that. So she made me go to cash register and pay for one item as I was still in the middle of my shopping. Then I decided to get another one, so they paged associate to be in perfume area. She came and did not had to escort me. See how so you see how one associate wanted to escort me while rule changed for other associate. I told her I had never seen such escort rule for electronics, so why for perfume just one time? Surely these people are into gang stalking for Illuminati and follows Freemasons, Pandits, NSA, FBI, CIA, military from Area 51 for super interrogation of Star Kids, as this cabal fears us when their UFO demon cover-up will fall out. Surely they got their instant karma right there. So,
Wow.
Was that written by Chat GPT? Like, that's terrible.
So I initially thought this one, like he was hinting that it was an escort service, but I think he really just means they were escorting him to the register as I read it. I was like,
when you said Walmart and escort,
I
immediately thought someone was prostitute.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got my hopes up big time, and then
when you said glass, I thought someone was putting them on the glass.
And then when I said Freemasons, Pandits, NSA, FBI, CIA, military from 51, you knew it was a hooker.
Yeah.
So Novak, you're up first. This raving lunatic did not like the Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, I do like how he cast a very wide net to all these like underground conspiracy people that might be involved, right?
Yeah.
Just name fucking all of them: the Freemasons, Illuminati, CIA, military. All of them. They're all fucking involved. Every
goddamn one.
They're all involved. They all got drugs on their dongs. Every one of them.
So sometimes they escort you to the cashier with the perfume and make you pay for it.
They do.
And sometimes they don't.
Kind of inconsistent, if you ask me. But
yeah. It seems on par for Walmart, though.
We do not trust you can afford this perfume that we're selling. I mean, go ahead and side with the Illuminati, Novak.
Yeah, exactly. Look, like a lot of times people have conspiracy theories, and they're mostly wrong. Right. But there's got to be some percentage that are right. Okay?
So, huh?
And this guy, he threw out so many that one of them potentially is right. Okay, so it seems like there's probably somebody more involved in this. So I'm going to say Yelp.
These lizard people just don't want him buying Drakkar Noir.
Mm-hmm.
Chad?
Well. I mean, look, as someone who's better than everyone else, I don't shop at Walmart.
Yeah.
There's actually none close to me. That's why.
That's why you have such a lean physique. You don't go to Walmart.
Mm-hmm. I don't go to Walmart. That's why I'm so svelte. I mean, I've run into some of these same frustrations. You know, I go into like Walgreens or whatever, and like half the stuff is just locked up behind. I guess this doesn't happen to you guys because you don't live in a city.
Yeah.
They do lock up like the cold medicine, like certain ones and stuff, right?
Sudafed. And the electronics are locked up. You can't just like grab a PlayStation off the shelf and stuff.
Yeah. But now we have like cough drops and shit are like locked up because there's so much theft happening around here. But anyways, so you know, I can relate to those frustrations of having to, you know, be escorted when I buy my perfume. I don't want to have to be, you know, escorted around to do it. So you know, I'm sort of with this guy or girl. They should be able to buy their perfume, you know, sans escort, and then get their escorts from the parking lot like the rest of us. So I'll say Yelp.
Okay. Good deal. All right. Here is the next one. This is about a restaurant named Burgeezy, which is apparently a vegan burgers, breakfast, and brunch place in Indianapolis. 1-star review from October of last year. Okay. I need a deep breath here because it's all one sentence.
Don't pause.
So basically, I made a fat dump in the bathroom. The bathroom is trash, and after I clogged the toilet with my fucking fat dump, anyways, then the fucking manager came over to the staff and told me I'm just making the janitor's job harder, and that I should have taken my shit at home, and then I'm just a fat loser. Sorry, this is still continuing. Otherwise, it's good. Oh, the food is meh. I don't know. Really, I was just taking a shit the whole time. So yeah. I don't
the whole
really.
Time.
I was just taking a shit.
Took a 90-minute shit in this place, and then wondered why they got upset.
I was just taking a shit the whole time. So yeah, I don't really know. I fucking hate the service. Fucking nerds in the back. Fire the manager. So, so this guy just came in and took, by his own admission, I quote, a fucking fat dump, and was told by the manager he was a loser. So Chad, would you decide with this guy?
Missing part of the story here.
I wouldn't say we're missing it.
Oh yeah, the food was all right. I was taking a shit the whole time, so I don't really know.
How does the manager know that someone takes a fat, like, how bad is there water leaking out of under the bathroom door or something? Like,
I think he went in to wash his hands. He opened the bathroom door and like a flood of shit just started like washing over him. Like, it was,
oh, you fat loser!
you should have taken this dump at home. Just washes him out the front door of the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was a mystery who did it. This guy's like clearly okay with owning up to it. Like, He probably came out of the bathroom and was telling anybody that listened, like, I just took a giant monster shit in there.
Maybe
so y'all know.
Do you think it was Vojtolevich potentially or no?
Could have been.
Check the archives.
Yeah, it could have been. He does sound like a loser.
Very articulate though.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes some good points. It does sound like everybody in the back is a nerd, and I mean, the food is only meh. Apparently, maybe
he's not really sure. He was too busy dumping.
And it sounds like it's got really old plumbing. Look, if I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna need it to handle my monster dumps as well. So I'll give this one a Yelp.
Novak?
Yeah. I mean, this guy's clearly a troublemaker.
Yeah,
fat dumps.
Trouble is what he made.
They escorted me back to the bathroom to look at the dump I made.
There's no way the manager knows you took a fat dump unless there's like you're in there so long, you're making like noises, and then other customers have to alert the manager that something nefarious is going on.
Manager sticks his head in the window or in the bathroom door, like, "Hey, you okay? What's going on in there? Trouble! Trouble's going on."
Also, what restaurant has a
Leave
janitor?
me alone, nerd.
I'm trying to take a huge monster dump in peace.
You could never dump like this, you fucking dweeb. Yeah. This restaurant has a janitor? Isn't that just some poor guy in the back that has to come unplunge your dump?
I don't.
Time to mop the floor. Holy shit!
I don't foresee, unfortunately, a scenario in which it's okay for the manager to call somebody a fat loser.
Okay, but what if their dump was so monster? What if?
Oh, I'm feeling so well. Holy shit, you fat loser. Get the fuck.
Well, hold on, sir. Are you taking a dump? Then go home. Go home and take that dump. And come back here and enjoy our delicious food.
Why didn't you, customer, take this monster shit at home?
Can you imagine getting berated for that? This was way too big for us to handle. Why couldn't you have done this on your own time? What? You shifted the entire bridge embankment. Now Nick's got to write a story about it over there.
You're well aware of our shit size restrictions. They're posted on the wall.
So I think I'm going to give this a Yelp.
Okay, fair enough. All right, here's this. I don't. Again, they redacted the name of the establishment, so I don't know where's it. It's a 3-star review, so middling. So here we go. Well, I got caught shoplifting here. I took a large container of hot soup and placed it in my backpack. It immediately spilled all over my stuff. I then tried to add a whole chicken and macaroni salad, and the man saw me. I was then taken into the office and told not to come back. They wouldn't even let me use the bathroom to clean out my bag. How rude.
And I had to take a monster shit.
Yeah. We was hungry. 3 stars. So, world's greatest shoplifter grabbing a huge pot of boiling hot soup and putting it in a backpack. What could go wrong? Novak.
Yeah, is he like trying to have Thanksgiving dinner? Like what?
A whole chicken.
Trying to swipe. He's like ladling gravy into his backpack. Like what the fuck is he doing?
Got a cauldron of piping hot soup.
Yeah, they took him to the back and reamed him out.
Told him not to come back, and they would not let him clean out his backpack in the bathroom. Fucking old chicken noodle soup in there now.
Yeah, this seems mostly fair.
But he was hungry. That's what he said. Or she.
Yeah.
Could have been a she, I guess.
I think I can't think of any reason not to give this one a help.
Chad?
What kind of restaurant, though, just has, like, a chicken just sitting
A whole chicken?
out
Yeah.
for, like, somebody to grab?
Chad, you know about Yelp, right? So it says the location is redacted, but it says local guide, and he has a star by him. Does that mean like he's like a Yelp, like an Yelp elite person?
Yeah.
This guy's been robbing all these fucking grocery stores of their whole chickens.
They certainly did the right thing. You know, a guy steals a chicken and soup and dumps soup in his backpack. You probably should escort him out. Maybe even call the police.
Mm-hmm.
You know, call the bunny to come in and I'll lick all the soup out of your backpack if you want. You know, that bunny police officer would do that.
That guy?
Yep.
Call him.
Tape the chicken to your Johnson or something.
I found a gun and a whole chicken taped to his dick. What?
If you're gonna steal lunch, wrap it around your genitals. Everyone knows this. So I agree with Novak here. This is a help.
Okay. This next one is for a restaurant called Balsas Mexican. I don't know where that is from. And it's written by Mike O. He has two 1-star reviews. He has one and then he added to it. So here we go. Kenny is the rudest, dirtiest server/manager I have ever encountered. Don't go to Rio's if he's working. Update. Terrible Civis, which I assume is service. Rude, disgusting employee, bartender, manager Kenny. Not only was he rude and vulgar, but he stole my wallet. He's disrespectful and denied the theft. More importantly, I come in every Sunday with a huge group and will no longer go. He has asked me for drugs and talks about black people in a racist manner. I know he stole the wallet 100%. When I paid for my meal, I went to the bathroom and it was missing. When I confronted him about it, he said he didn't need my $400, which was the exact amount in the wallet. I was the only one there besides the cook. Pretty odd he knew the exact amount of money he has stole. They do have food, but they have terrible service. Kenny is a racist piece of trash. So.
They do have food.
They do have food. I don't know if it tastes good.
Important thing to have, yeah.
Kenny, potentially sounding like one of the dumber criminals of all time, mentioning a hyper-specific amount of wallet money. Chad, do you think you would go to Balsas Mexican knowing that Kenny is working there?
Kenny sounds like a, just going to go out on a limb here, but he sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah. Sounds like a real Rachel, if you ask me.
Yeah. Anybody smart would fire Kenny. I think that's definitely true.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like, you know, maybe he's going to give me $400 to try to like hide the evidence.
Maybe it's like a Robin Hood type deal.
They give you half of it, if you don't turn him in.
So I could go for that. I think I'm gonna stay away from the racist. I think that's generally a safe thing to do. So this will be a Yelp for me.
Okay. Now, Novak, real quick. Remember, they do have food.
That's true. That's what I was hoping for when I would go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the problems is that this guy, the problem with his story is that he goes to the bathroom sans wallet.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what is the scenario in which you're leaving your wallet right there on the bar top
I don't
with
know
Kenny
that.
nearby?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Known racist.
Don't leave your wallet by racists. Everyone knows this.
Especially when you're carrying, look, probably nary a time in my life have I had $400 shoved into my wallet.
No kidding.
Right.
And if I did, I sure as shit wouldn't leave it anywhere near Kenny. Like a bad move. I think this guy deserves some of the fault here.
He does sound like kind of a dipshit, yeah.
Yeah, and so I think there's plenty of room for me in this restaurant away from Kenny. So I think I'm going to do a help here. I'm still going to.
Wow, Novak wants food.
All right.
Which they have.
They have it.
They do have it. Okay. Real quickly, we got 4 more here. These won't be long. All right.
We got 4 more?
Yeah.
Actually, quickly?
Yeah, let's cut this one out. Yeah, this one's not as good. Okay. Redacted. I was looking at the time. Let's try to figure out what we need to do. All right. This is for a Panera Bread in Henderson, Nevada. 1 star. Ordered food to go. Sandwich was not how I ordered it. Bo, the manager, was arrogant and so unkind in handling the situation. His people seemed tense and uneasy. Attention people working with food. Food is a blessing to the body temple. If you do not like yourself or your job, do not work with food. Get help. Learn what it is to be of service, to give food and orders with keeping your mouth shut. So to listen, what is the problem? Bo, learn to listen so you do not come off as being a royal dick. God, eateries, get it together. Put kind people in order to run an establishment where food is good and service is extraordinary. The sweet Latin girl who gave me my sandwich, I believe Jessica was her name, place someone like this in a leadership role. ROLL. You would have had a better turnout in repeat customers, and then it literally just ends with So I don't know what that meant. I don't know if they had a heart attack at the end or something.
Died on the
keyboard. Best review ever. So you guys go into this fucking Panera Bread? Novak, now we've talked a lot, and you also believe that food is a blessing to the body temple, correct?
That's true. My body is a complete display of how I feel about
the temple has been disgraced.
Feeding my body.
There's graffiti all over your temple.
This is temple lined with hostesses and stuff, and like God is just crying.
God, eateries, get it together.
There is that like scene where Jesus enters the temple and everyone's gambling, and he just starts like fucking tossing tables over and stuff.
Right.
And that is my body.
So
he comes. So since it is Easter, Jesus comes back and sees what I've done to this temple while he's gone. He's going to be really fucking pissed.
He demands that you put Jessica in a leadership position of your temple immediately.
I need a sweet Latin woman to take control of my temple. I'm going to give this a help.
What do you think the odds are that when Jesus finally does make his return to Earth, his first stop will be Panera Bread? That sounds like a pretty natural.
I mean, I would think he would. He's like, oh, I could really go for a soup and sandwich combo.
The sourdough bread bowls are delicious, my child.
It's going to be like, now listen, everyone, and then catch me out the corner of his eye. He's like, what in the fuck?
Someone go help that poor soul in the bathroom taking a fat dump.
There's no room in heaven for fat losers.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's fat dump.
Take a shit before you die. Don't take shits in heaven.
He's pushing him away from the pearly gates. You should have done this down there.
You need an empty large intestine before I will admit you through the gates.
Why do you think I make all dying people release their bowels?
Yeah, this I'm starting to think Yelp was a mistake based on these reviews. So I will go help.
Okay. 2 quick ones. We will go to this one. I don't know where it's from. Again, it cuts that information off. The 1-star review. My burger had hair in it, and that's bullshit. I'm tired of all these bitches fucking up my food. You must believe I don't fuck with all that shit, shorty. You heard me, slime? This Jack in the Box can suck a bag of buttholes. So I rescind my previous comment. We know it's a Jack in the Box. So, Chad, his burger had hair in it. Again, I'm assuming it's a him.
Mm-hmm.
Can this Jack in the Box suck a bag of buttholes, or would you still go?
I mean, this guy made the fatal mistake of not hollering at the fry girl before he went in, and then her hair fell in the whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It
just all fell out into the burger. She's bald now. She had alopecia into her burger. Chad, Jack in the Box is a Western thing, and we don't have them out here. Do you like Jack in the Box or no?
Yeah, I don't eat Jack in the Box. My wife's a big fan, though. It's kind of weird because it's like burgers, but then they also have tacos. And the tacos are like dirt cheap, like $2 for $1 or something like that. I don't know if that's still true, but it used to be. Yeah, I mean, boy, do I trust this guy's take on Jack in the Box?
Hard slime.
Yeah, I don't want to go to a place that's like a bag of buttholes. So I will say Yelp for this one too.
All right.
I mean, I think we're talking about Jack in the Box. This guy got one hair. I mean, that's not a big deal. Normally, hair falls out like a big fucking fat hair dump into the burger. And you can just big clumps of it. So I think he should count himself lucky. I'm going to say help.
They have double hair Fridays. Sometimes you go and you get twice the hair in your burger. All right. Mm-hmm. This last one made me laugh so unnaturally hard, and I don't know why. I hope you enjoy this. This is very short. This is a review for a driver's license exam station. 1 star. This is a scary place. If you dare to go, watch out for Ramirez. So I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but it was so fucking weird. So Noack.
Hey, if you dare to go, what was it again?
If you dare to go, watch out for Ramirez.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's scary because of Ramirez. I don't know what Ramirez does, but if you need to get your driver's license, you best be on the lookout for Ramirez.
Puts a lot of hair in the driver's license when he makes it, probably.
I think this is the best one yet, right? Because if I, presumably I need my license, and I'm going to have to do some testing. You want to get the good, lenient tester. Right. You don't want to get someone like ball busting you on like every 3-point turn that I don't do correctly. So
when my 3-point turns are 2 points and a curb, well, I don't want them docking points.
And like if I could, if I see that Ramirez is the next examiner up, I can go take a fat dump so that Ramirez goes with somebody else, and by the time I'm out, I get a different person. So I think like this is, fairly informative. So I'm going to have to go with Yelp here.
Well, he said this. He started by saying, this is a scary place. Watch out for Ramirez. I don't know if Ramirez just flunks you on your test or like will kill you in the backseat of your test car.
Ramirez is a serial killer, apparently. Yeah, I mean, I think if that was the case, he probably would have mentioned it.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ramirez killed a guy.
The police have done nothing.
I said this was Yelp review of the police station. They never found Ramirez.
Ramirez killed 3 people. I walked out saying, that was scary. I'm going right to Yelp.
He had 40 pounds of Molly taped to his dick.
Yeah, I want to eat at this restaurant. I'll say Yelp.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. That was Yelp for help.
We should watch out for Ramirez.
This is scary.
Press 9 to hear about all the people Ramirez has killed this week.
I want to hear these somebody talk about Ramirez.
3 cents of every call goes to the Free Ramirez Fund.
Thanks for helping Special Olympics. So first he sawed off the guy's face.
All right, we got Reese's egg. Now this egg is not the flat Reese's egg, which we have done versions of in the past. This one is the one that looks like a Cadbury egg and has like the tinfoil wrapping that a Cadbury egg has on it. So when you open it, just has a chocolate outside.
I got excited because the outside said peanut butter cream, which I took to mean different than the regular peanut butter filling. But,
sometimes the peanut butter, I mean, it's pretty much the same peanut butter, but sometimes it feels a little bit creamier. I think because the big difference here between this and like the regular chocolate egg, other than the shape, is that the chocolate here is like thicker and harder, like a Cadbury eggs chocolate. So you do have to like bite it a little bit harder to get through it. But there's like a massive amount of peanut butter inside this thing. They also sell these around Christmas. This is how lazy Reese's Corp is. They will sell this exact product with like, if you look at like the molding on the outside, it looks like an egg. It looks like an Easter egg design. They will sell this exact product in a 4-pack at Christmas with a different packaging, and then they just call it Holiday Lights. And then you like unwrap it, and you're like, "That's an Easter egg."
That's awesome.
It doesn't look like a holiday light at all.
Holiday lights.
I would say ornament. I thought you were going to say ornament. That would make a little more
And then
sense.
the box looks like Christmas lights or whatever.
Rudolph's nose.
Okay. WWRD.
Should I go first since I've talked about this one in the past? Or you want me to go last?
I mean, we know where you're. Yeah, go ahead. We know where you're going. So
I've said it before. This is my favorite Reese's product. I know it is like a little bit different than some of the other ones, but I just love the massive peanut butter bomb that gets delivered into your mouth as you're eating it. I think the chocolate tastes really, really good. They're just really, really fun to eat. I think these things are fantastic. Love that.
I'm gonna look. I grade it a little differently because I have expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is your number one Reese's product still. Is that correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think that's insane. I think that's an insane take.
I was waiting for that.
I don't know if Geiger's going to agree with me or not, but this is very far down my Reese's list. It's tasty, right? It's Reese's peanut butter. It's Reese's chocolate. So it is tasty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want another one necessarily.
Wow.
Which I think with a lot of Reese's products, I want to put them back.
When I bought this at the store, I got 2 and ate one yesterday.
Wow. Taped one to your dick?
They actually talked me into buying 2. He was like, it's
What?
It was like 1 for 99 cents or 2 for $1 or something. It was like, yeah, Kenny talked me into it, and then he stole my wallet.
$400 worth of Reese's Face? I was hoping to love it. I thought the peanut butter might be a little creamier. It's basically the creamy level of like what's inside a Reese's cup. Like that's kind of what I think. So, but it's just it's not the best form of it. And I think because you had built it up so much, I had such high hopes. It's tasty, but I probably won't revisit this Reese's product. I would walk probably right past it next Easter as well. So I'm going to give it just a regular like that. Now I have to explain why it's not a love. It is still tasty, and I still do like it. But I'm going to give it a like that. Geiger?
I can't say it's my favorite Reese's product. My favorite Reese's product is still that Reese's Crispity Crunchy, whatever that we call it. Yeah, that's still so fucking awesome.
Sure, I will say the bars I think are a different category from.
You're saying that you're like.
I
favorite
would still put
Reese's
this,
Cup variant?
I would still put this at the top, but like if you want to say to me there's some like bars that I don't,
or like a Reese's stick or something. Like
Reese's stick is my top.
Would you eat a Reese's stick or this if you could choose?
Well, I would pick this over the Reese's stick, but like I understand somebody coming to me and saying I like the bars better, like these 5 bars better. Or whatever.
I understand coming to the Reese's Godfather and having a different opinion because we have different tastes. I wouldn't have you murdered. Like I wouldn't send Ramirez out to fucking slit your throat in your sleep.
Right.
I will say it is very tasty. I love the peanut butter, and I do love that it's a little. I think if this was, it's just soft enough to make it better because I think if it was that same Reese's peanut butter cup peanut butter, it would have been too thick and too hard to like. It would be the consistency would be off. Mm-hmm. It is a love dad for me. It is not my favorite Reese's product, but I do think it's really fucking good. So I will.
Novak, would you pick a Cadbury cream egg over this?
I would.
Oh my god.
I'll be honest. When you just said, "Oh, I
Ramirez
got 2,"
is coming for you now.
When you said I had 2 and I walked out with 1, I actually ate a Cadbury egg on the way out. I do love Cadbury eggs still. So
what would you take, Cadbury or this, Geiger?
Maybe a Cadbury. Don't kill me, Ramirez. Hold on, is Ramirez in the room right now? He's
behind you.
He just leaves a Reese's egg on my mouth as I'm like bleeding out on the ground.
Wait, but you gave it a love dat?
I did. I mean, it's really good. I like it a lot. Yeah. I also love Cadbury eggs. So
2 loves and a like for this product. We knew it was going to be good. Easily wins the day. The other ones were a bit of a letdown here. Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you've ever met Rachel and could help us provide some context why she's such a piece of shit. If you've ever taken a big fat dump, you fat fucking loser. If you've...
Welcome to the Easter Bunny Hotline. Which crime would you like to hear about Ramirez committing?
We have a long one about identity theft. What?
Press 6 for premeditated murder. Press 7. Press 7 for identity theft. Press 8 for huge dump.
That's a crime.
Press 3 for regicide. Ramirez killed the King of Spain.
Ramirez is quite the assassin.
Press 4 for tax fraud.
Oh, by the way, Ramirez is the jackal from that one movie. He was just fucking...
That one movie.
That one movie. Press here to tell the tale when when Ramirez took out John F. Kennedy from Dallas. Anyway, yeah, if you did that stuff. If you also just wanted to let us know what you think of our rating, suggest a snack for the podcast, all that good stuff, you can get a hold of us at youtrieddat@gmail.com. We're on Twitter /X, hashtag You Tried Dat. We are on Facebook with the You Tried Dat group. We're on YouTube and Instagram. If you do enjoy the podcast, if you could leave us a review or some comments or stars or whatever you want to do, that'd be great. And as always, thanks for listening.
All right, Gag, I got to know before we go here about you sitting at the council meeting, right? I had this image in my mind because I assume when you were doing that, this wasn't like you couldn't watch the council meeting on like, when they had like local television.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't like cable
time,
access.
like Channel 3 or something, right?
I do drive out to Heartland.
So you drove out there. Now, are you in where was it? Heartland,
Wisconsin, or Hartford?
Were you the only one there, or is this like, since it's like a little one-horse town where there was like a bunch of like farmers yelling shit at the council members?
It was typically like me and like Wolf Blitzer and Christine Amanpour. And like I had to
Ramirez.
Bob Costas was there to cover the high school sports, and Ramirez was there just in case anyone got out of line. We're like, we don't agree with the government, and Ramirez showed up like on a Garrett and just choked him and dragged him off to go back room. No, yeah, it was just
me. He's the ultimate enforcer.
It was just me. I had exclusive access to the council members.
Choking out Bob Costas. Get out, you fat loser.
I'm going to choke you till a big fat dump comes out in your pants. So Jesus will accept you into heaven.
Walter Cronkite was supposed to be there, but he spent all 90 minutes in the bathroom.
Tom Brokaw's like, where's Cronkite, that dumb fucking loser? Taking a dump again?
So is it like the whole thing would just be like call to order, like let's list the people there, and you would just sit there for like 2 fucking hours?
I would listen like a conscientious observer in the corner, just writing down everything that happened and figuring out how much of it I could feasibly report on so I could get paid more money. So I'd be like, which of these is a real news story? Like, oh, the local 4-H club is doing some 4-H shit. Oh man, I'm gonna pay my rent off this fucker. So yeah,
because you were like paid by the word.
I was paid by the inch of news type. So it was like if like I had like only like I was like a stringer. So like I might only have like this many like little news bits, and so I would get paid like $23.
Was there a limit though on how much? Like...
I turned in 5 notebooks for an article. What the fuck's happening? This hour-long council meeting.
Newsboys like got giant sacks under his arms, hauling it out to people's doorsteps.
Extra, read all about it. Fabulous pops up his paycheck with fake news. Yeah,
John's entire budget paid to reporter.
5 teachers laid off so Nick Geiger can write about Pizzagate. Yeah,
Read about Geiger meticulously describing every single bead of sweat on everyone's forehead, 10 pages each.
Local town reporter gets paid to shoehorn in Shakespeare references.
2 full pages describing Cronkite's dump.
A2 Montague. Look at that dump.
This is 60 Minutes. of dump talk. Taking a dump.
The saddest part about it, like, so that's actually, that job made me not want to be a journalist anymore, because I'm like, okay, this is a good stepping stone. I can use this to go build up my, portfolio or whatever, and I'll get better writing jobs or whatever. And I ran into the guy that used to be the editor of my college newspaper. Now, granted, this was the same newspaper that had countless spelling errors. So I don't know how well he did his job, but he's like the most sad sack comic book guy looking dude in the entire world. Like, he looks like a kind of guy who would take a big fat dump at a Burgeezy's. And he's like, hey, how you doing? I had met him a couple times in college. I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, you're here. He's like, yeah, I write for some other paper. It was one of the referendums, so there was a bunch of other quote unquote reporters there. And he's like, he was telling me how he does this and he writes in another paper, but he also has to be a short order cook, and he also drives a cab because he can't pay his rent. I'm like, how long have you been doing this? He's like, like 9 years. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna get another job.
You looked at this guy and saw your future.
Oh, this fucking Totino's pizza roll eating motherfucker. I'm not gonna be this guy. Pizza rolls are actually kind of good, but I'm like, yeah, I was worried. I was like, I want to buy a house at some point in my life. So
you were like, from today forward, I'm going to treat my body like the temple it is.
No more.
Immediately forgot that on the way home. Fucking picked up a Wendy's quadruple cheeseburger.
Hollered at the fry cook.
I need to buy a house at some point in my life, so I have somewhere to shit before I go out to eat.
Have you guys taken a giant dump inside of a public place at some point? You had to.
No, I have.
I know you have.
That's my thing.
We were once fucking racing. We could tell this quick.
Yeah.
I was driving Geiger back. What did you eat?
Ice cream sundae, and I'm lactose intolerant. It was not the smartest move.
Yeah, so I'm driving Geiger back from the city, and he's like, we badly need to pull over. We're on the fucking expressway. So I dart into the oasis that if you don't know, is the restaurants that go on the overpass, over the top of the highway. He sprints out.
It is the
literally hands on ass cheeks, squeezing them together.
It is the last place you want to be parting your cheeks, is a fucking Oasis bathroom stall. It looked like someone had already sprayed it with shit.
You weren't the first defiler of the eve.
No. I was one of several.
3 other guys rushing in there at the same time.
We're elbowing each other out of the way. Oh, God damn it.
It's when in a movie when 2 people get wedged in the door, shoulder to shoulder.
Why didn't you shut on the way home? Yeah, it was. Yeah, Chad, how about you? You have been caught in a needs to shit situation?
Yeah, I mean, I took a bunch of shits in my day. That's totally true.
Kidding.
Any 90-minute
I usually cut it off at 85, and then I'm out.
That's called
Yeah.
What Ramirez couldn't handle.
Novak, you big dumper?
No,
Never.
never
Tidy dumps?
never done that.
Never shit. Yeah.
My brother actually refuses to shit in public.
Really?
Oh, I remember that about him.
Yeah, that is
he
weird.
always goes home to shit.
Right.
How is that possible? Does he just never? He just has his food intake timed out, or does he just not leave the house?
Probably that.
I was I don't know how that's possible. I need to take shits all the time. Now, something's probably wrong with me, but I take shits in public semi-frequently. I'd say damn near 75% of the time.
Thank God nobody has made it this far.
Becky, Jenny, you listening?
Well, that's gonna do it for this time.
Yeah, I shit in public too sometimes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
That's it.
Yeah, I shit in public sometimes. Yeah, I
right.
just want to chime in and say I also.
No, when we say in public, do we mean in literal public, in a park? I did do that once.
How about
actually.
a porta potty?
I shit in the park one time.
I mean, porta potty's the last ditch. If you're shitting in a porta potty, then you have you're out of options. Right?
Yeah, I had to shit in a porta potty one time at mile 6 when I was running a half marathon.
Ugh.
and like I just suddenly really had to shit, and it ended up being a porta potty.
It's just all
That wasn't
stroop waffle coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw the Yelp review for that marathon.
Okay.
Fat loser stopped at mile.
I came out and like they were just like, go home.
The race was, man, I don't know. I was in the porta potty taking a shit the whole time.
They load up the porta potty with you in it under the truck. It drives across the finish line.
You fall out of the porta potty and across the tape, pants around your ankles.
I just lying on the ground like, now I can die. And I will get
Wait,
into
you
heaven.
broke the tape? You won the race?
The truck was driving me really fast. Yeah.
The truck picked up the porta potties before the leader even made it there.
There's a bunch of like really thin like Kenyans like leading, and all of a sudden this porta potty truck just speeds past them and crosses the finish
Fishtails
line.
around the corner.
And I'm like, eat my shit.
Wow. I gotta be honest. I think they're gonna invalidate that win. I don't.
One porta potty rolls off the bag into the tape. Chad climbs out, arms victorious.
Yeah, flipping off everyone. Fastest.
Okay, that'll do it for this time. We'll be back next time. Trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Is
Yo.